So I'm at the Geneva Motor Show in Switzerland, and this is the most expensive Renault we will ever have sold in our showroom. So this here is the Renault Rafale. Now, the last time I saw this car was when I had my visit back to Paris about this time last year. Now, at the time I saw it, the car was in two halves because you didn't have the interior actually attached to the car, and it didn't even have a name, but it does have a name now. It's called Rafale. It's named after a pre-war racing plane. Nowadays, I think it's the name they put to French fighter jets. In terms of what the car is, though, it's a D-segment coupe SUV. So to put that into some context, that's BMW X4, Mercedes GLC, same size as those. Not really anything in the mainstream market as of yet of this size, other than maybe Coupe Taviscan, but that's going to be full electric. This is going to be a hybrid. So it's a 1.2 litre three-cylinder petrol engine mated to a 1.2 kilowatt-hour electric motor, giving a combined 200 horsepower. Fundamentally, same as Austral. It even sits on the same platform. There will be a 300 horsepower variant coming sometime later this year, although details of that are somewhat non-existent at the moment. But we're kind of anticipating like an Alpine engineered, so it won't wear an Alpine badge on the front. It will still be a Renault, but it will have things like adaptive dampers, more power, more of a sporting kind of drive coming. Then this one is the Esprit Alpine, so this will be the Alpine look, but not necessarily the Alpine Go. And then you'll have a Techno model as well, which is going to be even less sporty than this one. In terms of space, it's going to offer more space than the current Arcana, probably a little bit less, more maybe on a par with the Austral, but it is a longer car as a result of that. In terms of styling features, it looks very much like the Scenic. Gilles Vidal has very much kept the family face going with these sort of arrow-like half diamonds at the front. Matrix LED headlamps on the front, and then you've got this really interesting grille here that when you sort of look at it from one end, it's black, and then you look at it from the other half, it's blue, and then you come over and it's sort of like this 3D effect, which I really, really like. Depending on the colour you go for will depend whether that's black or blue, so you probably won't see blue on a red one, for example. Down the side here, this one is rocking 20-inch wheels. I believe the Techno will have 19s as standard. And then round to the back, you've got these arrow lights on the back here, the Rafale badge sitting proudly in the middle. Very different font to what we've had with the other logos. And yeah, there you got big spoiler. And then of course you've got the Solarbay roof. Now that's really cool. Solarbay is debuting on Renault. I believe it will make its debut on the Scenic, because I'm pretty sure that is going to come to our showrooms in Weybridge and Aldershot first. But basically what it is if you look at really expensive cars, Rolls Royces, top-end Bentleys, they've got this ability where you could basically turn a glass roof opaque, completely block out the sun, or you could just basically defrost it like instantly, and then you've got a clear glass roof. Now what's special about this one is you can actually in sections turn it on or off. And the beauty of that is, if say the kids in the back don't want the sun in their eyes, you can close it up halfway for them, or if you don't want the sun in your eyes, you can close it halfway the other way. Genius. So that's going to be coming to Renault, and of course because these cars will generally offer specifications as standard in their trim levels, expect that to become a standard feature on the Esprit Alpine. But UK specs haven't been confirmed yet, but we are pretty confident to expect that coming over. In terms of pricing, we're anticipating somewhere around about 45,000 starting. So it will sit above the Esprit Alpine iconic Austral. And then we reckon it will probably top out at around about 65,000 for the all-singing, all-dancing 300 horsepower version. You'll also get 4 control system like you do on the Austral on this one as well, and I suspect that will probably carry over to the 300 horsepower, but we're not expecting it to be standard on Techno. Right, inside. Now, before I get in, I want to show you these light up seats. That's all they do, they light up. But how cool is that? Much like you get on, say, an M car from BMW. Really cool. Inside, though, it is a very familiar story. So we've got the 12.3-inch driver display, as well as the 12-inch portrait screen for the OpenR Android Automotive System. However, they've had a bit of a facelift, so they've got some new shiny graphics, particularly for the driver display. That's going to look very different. I think it looks great. And then you can sort of cycle through all the different styles there. Otherwise, it is much like you've had from the likes of the Megane, the Scenic, and the Austral. A little bit of an uplift, considering the price of this car. So you've got things like this cork material, much like you get on the Arcana. So that's going to be on this car. And then you've got the Harman Kardon, going to have heads-up display, very much as you did before. And of course, a lot of the materials are going to be recycled or recyclable. No chrome inside, the ditching chrome, because obviously it's bad for the environment, but you get lots of satin silver finishes just to finish it all off. The only other thing really is on the steering wheel. So you get on the steering wheel now, you've got a new Boss, so the Renault logo sort of integrates more neatly into that, as opposed to before where you had the big black gloss surround. So just little neat little touches, and then of course you've got all your storage as you would before. So yeah. So that is that's the Rafale. Not really a lot to speak about of it at the moment. It is just a first look, but when the car does land with us in the showrooms, we will do a full walkthrough, as we always do. So if you want to see that video, make sure you click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you get notified when I load that video up. And if you've liked this first look, then be sure to click the like button below. Of course, you can also follow us on social media at SMC Renault, and check out our website where you can find out all the latest deals on the current range, as well as where to find us in Aldershot and Weybridge, and that's smcrenault.co.uk. Otherwise, I'm Max, this is the Geneva Motor Show, and we're SMC, and I'll catch you at the next one.